season between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Right to the air, here's Goff. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Goff. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. On first down, right back to Etienne. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down and 4. Goff.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there, but I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it, and offense trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Now Goff on first down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third. Goff. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
So now the Bills getting ready for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. To throw is gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they need to work work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of the new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Gone.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Etienne bringing in another one.
No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
A man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Another tote for Etienne.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Etienne up the middle.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Goff.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Goff.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a toss. Hubbard going left.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Goff. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And he is going to have a Bills first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Weber. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Goff.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down.
Weaver. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Watson. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gay's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia, a big one for the Eagles, as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the New England Patriots.
Second half starts with a run by Hall.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
We've seen these defenses looking at opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. But he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
Watson now to throw. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
Henry.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Breece Hall
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Etienne once more.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. 3rd and long. It's Goff.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Watson off play action. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, and the pressure gets to him again. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On first down, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Throwing on third, Goff.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be fourth down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4.
And Folk's kick is good.
And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On second and 9, Watson flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Hopkins on the ground over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over first and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now Goff on first down.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs. and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On 2nd and 9, Goff.
Screenplay, here's Etienne.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson. Now they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, and he was coming quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now here comes Kansas City.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Goff.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This to swell the lead to 6.
Folk's kick is good.
And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10.
So that gives him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Watson. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Watson.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
To throw, Watson.
Finding Bourne here over the middle.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now Watson.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson.
This is caught. It's Boyd. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. One last throw here for Watson. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away this football game. Oh, he missed. Oh, no, he missed the extra point. Victory was in the bag, but not anymore. We're headed for OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And now out come the Bills.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of inverted plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Bills, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.